What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of the What the Hell podcast. My name is Sean.
I'm TJ.
And their names are Sean and TJ. Congratulations, guys. We're off to a great start.
All right, we know our names. Yay! Good for us. How the fuck are you guys?
This is Lululemon. Wait, behind. Damn it.
See, look. And
You've had the background long enough. I think you have this down by now.
I don't know what it is about the because I've done that when trying to point to you guys. Like, I want to go this way, right? So physically I'm pointing to TJ on my screen, but because it's mirrored, it's over here. So I'm actually pointing away. It's weird. So I get why he's
there's Stinky the rollerblade. There's Stinky the rollerblade, and there's my hopes and dreams right there. I don't know.
Said the man getting married next week.
TJ took the words right out of my mouth. It's not even a week. It is 6 days. He is less than a week.
It is 6 days.
And so
wait, I forgot I was supposed to do a backflip just now, wasn't I?
You were.
Ah, crap.
So
all right,
I pointed this out prior to us starting recording, but here's the binder, inside of which
are the nuclear codes,
is the ceremony for Jason's wedding. Yeah, it's somewhere on here.
You're gonna talk, Jesus.
Somewhere on here, it said that I agreed to keep it short. Well, it's fucking 4 pages, and most of it I didn't write, but I did add some of my own personal flavor to it. So,
did she actually give you?
Don't bring your children. She gave me quite a bit.
Huh.
But then I added, and I will say I did not take anything away. I'm not that kind of person, but I did add a bit.
That's between you two. I don't know. Like, I'm still working on whatever I'm gonna say while I'm up there. So you two
6 days 6 days before he's getting married, he doesn't have his vows written yet.
I haven't started. And I've got 6 days. This isn't the day before, and I'm going, well, I'm gonna be up late.
See, I could see myself shooting from the hip in this situation.
I thought about it, but I figured I'd at least get bullet points down.
I can see Lynn stabbing him if he shot from the hip.
Like, I'd just get up there, put the microphone in my hand. I'm cutting a promo. Let's go.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Started exactly like that.
Oh my God. You know what? I will say that I think TJ probably might not be that bad off the hip, because when we shot that ridiculous, sock 'em boppers boxing video, and we were doing like the pre-fight promo thing, we didn't have anything scripted, and he
that was all off the top of the head.
And TJ just went, okay, just grab the camera. I got something. Just go with it. And he started this whole, Hulk Hogan impersonation, pre-match deal. And, it was a long time ago. So I'm holding the little, Kodak fucking 8 megapixel something camera that I'm recording the thing on. And I'm trying not to laugh in the background because I'm dying, and I'm trying to hold the thing straight so I can get everything. And then he starts backing up and fucking, and the fingers are coming toward the screen like this, and then he's like, what you I could barely keep it all in frame. I could barely contain myself, and it was pure comedic genius.
Well, considering the shirt that I got to wear for my engagement photos, I should actually go with a really, really nonsensical, loud Ultimate Warrior promo that just makes no sense whatsoever. Something about loading the spaceship with a rocket fuel. Yeah, something like that. So I should definitely not tell her. I should definitely not tell her to take the microphone and shine it up and turn it sideways and
talking about
stick it straight up her candy ass.
Do you remember Warrior's famous promo before WrestleMania 6 about strapping Hulk Hogan to a rocket ship? You're up there talking about strapping Lynn to a rocket ship.
Well, either that or well, there was that one. I think that was part of that one where he was talking about the plane and all of a sudden the pilot's
Oh, that's what it was. Put it in the tailspin. That's what it was.
putting the plane into a nosedive, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
Cocaine's a
That's
hell
what
of a
it was.
drug.
Well, that was always the one because it was so out of character because he started out so low toned. Everything was always high energy and him shouting, and this one was just him starting like this creepy, weird, low toned thing, and you're like, wait a minute, this is different. So yeah,
Well, yeah, but back in the day when he did it, everybody went, "Oh, this match means more."
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, that's pretty cool. So we kind of caught up with Jason there. He's getting married in 6 days.
And my basement's dry, so I'm good.
So hey, what the hellions, drop an email to the email, what the hell podcast yahoo.com, wish Jason a happy wedding and all that shit.
Don't be lazy twats like you normally are.
There you go. That
Or
would be
you
nice.
could-
That's better than just saying hi. So drop them a hey, congratulations on your wedding.
Or
know,
you can tell him to go fuck himself. I know you want to.
Or that too. That is perfectly fine as well.
Do it. I dare
I mean,
you.
we're talking
Do
about
it.
a bunch of people that can't even send one to Sean that just says hi. Come on.
Oh, challenge is thrown down, people.
Yeah, because that's worked in the past.
Yeah, wow.
Moving on.
Moving on. How's your week been, TJ?
Same old shit, different day. I mean, not too much to report.
So you've been on the toilet for a week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Same shit, different day.
Someone's been eating a lot of Chipotle.
But there you go. All right.
Not at those prices. No.
You
No.
realize that if you sit down on the toilet at 11:59 and begin to poop, and you don't get up until 12:05, that it literally was the same shit, different day.
That is true.
Boom. Thank you very much.
And we see how well that joke went over.
Well, you know.
Hopefully you write better for a wedding ceremony because that was
Again, I'm pulling the Adam Sandler wedding singer. I will have the microphone. You'll listen to everything I have to say.
well, I mean,
You're not legally married till I sign the fucking license.
much the same way, you know, as you see in the occasional wrestling video, you might see a slow motion, get a microphone swatted out of your hand.
Again,
Not by me.
You won't be legally
Not
married
by
till I
me.
sign the fucking thing, and I'm not going to sign it till the very last
You know what?
second.
Yeah, don't sign it then. I'm just going to leave you two together in a room
Yeah.
and work it out.
The rage of Lynn.
Yeah. So
That is not a rage I am willing to face. Nope.
Huh.
No,
So.
because I've over the years I've seen the way her mind works, and it would be sick, it would be twisted, and she would never get caught.
probably not. I was already told that at least I had to go first because what she didn't want to happen was her go through her vows and me look at her and go, ditto, babe. And then that'd be
which there would have been a significant chance of.
I considered it, but you know, so I have to go first.
Oh. All right. So moving into today's topic, you know, I was getting into this nostalgia, whatever, and I started going through the YouTube channel, and I was just rewatching some videos, some of our old episodes, and
So that's why the Crazy Meth Sex one has so many views.
no, I have not
You just
watched
keep
that one
hitting
that many
refresh.
times. But I stumbled across, excuse me, more than one, and it just got me to be thinking, and I was like, all right, next episode, we probably should do it as an anniversary, but I'm going to do it now. Which one of our episodes that we've done has been your favorite and why? Like, I freely admit, I think we've put out some really good stuff. I think we've put out some stuff that may be considered not so good. But, you know, realistically, first and foremost, again, I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Thank you, What the Hellions, for watching it on YouTube, downloading it on wherever you get your podcasts. We do appreciate it. It's a blast. I think it's great. But I just want to know what, you know, where your guys' heads at. So I have mine kind of in the back of my head, but I'll let one of you go ahead and go first. What's your favorite episode we've done and why?
That was easy. This one's super easy. I had no idea this topic was coming before we got in the Zoom meeting, and as soon as you told it to me, like that, easy.
Okay.
And it's for a multitude of reasons. One, well, the episode is our proudest moments. One, for the obvious reasons, but two, that was the point we pivoted that eventually turned this into the podcast that you all know and love today. Because before we would get on here and we would literally have to go, what are we going to bitch about this week?
Yeah.
Where this is more free form, or we can kind of be more open and do some off the wall topics, do some topical topics, do stuff like that. So for me, that was easy. It's the proudest moments.
I like that. I like that. That also is definitely in my top 5. I would agree with that. But yeah, the podcast was, I originally conceived it as finding things to bitch about, which there's no shortage of, right? Hence the what the hell, hence the angry, quite amazing logo in my opinion that Jason worked on. And we will still have those on occasion as stuff arises, but I do like, and honestly, I will not take credit for that. I will give TJ the credit for throwing that out there and pivoting it to something that's, a little more topical. It's the three of us having a conversation. Every now and then there's some really funny shit in there. But then again, we've also had some really good serious conversations, which I think has been great. So agreed and applause.
Well, yeah, because I remember I sprang that one on YouTube too.
Yeah.
You guys had no idea it was coming.
Well, and it I think that actually from that one, we strung off, 5 or 6 really good episodes on, favorite foods or movies or TV shows, just some good topical conversation about that. So yeah, I agreed 100%.
Well, yeah, because it opened the door of just a laundry list of stuff we haven't talked about that we now could talk about. Like, there was no future episode if we had stayed in the current format where we were going to put out what the hell is up with puppies. There's there. I mean, I think because I think we did one on drivers. I mean, we could have done another 20, but we had to have
do a whole. We could probably do a literal entire podcast on bad drivers.
I know, but we had like 7 or 8 episodes on bad drivers alone, and it was kind of getting to the point where it's like, all right, I think we're kind of beating a dead horse here.
Well, and it's also kind of a, it's a pet peeve thing. Like I bought another set of these, because I had something happen recently, but I just want to throw this out there because Jason will appreciate it. Total Annihilation Edition. There is some fucked up shit on and there's several different cards in here. There's some fucked up shit on these cards.
That's exactly how it should be.
Agreed. But yeah, TJ's got a really good point with that. Like, we could go a whole year probably on bad drivers, but then at some point people would be like, stop fucking talking about drivers.
Well, at some point they're just going to stop listening. And also, I don't really want my reputation on the internet, I mean, to be guy that bitches all the time.
Good. Like, you could have a worse one.
I know, but I'm really not that dude in real life.
Not bad. Mr. Magnificent Jackass, you don't get any echo for that today. Excuse me. What do you got? What do you think? What's your favorite?
Well, mine wasn't really necessarily the one specific one, but it kind of coincides with what TJ was talking about. And really all of it has mainly been the ones where we've been talking about our favorite stuff. I mean, I don't know. They're just good conversation because you're getting varied viewpoints. It's not necessarily wagging fingers. You can still have some comedy to it. You can still, it's like a regular conversation as opposed to just kind of going, well, what am I going to yell about today? Let me see if I can get that little vein in the middle of my forehead to stick out for whatever reason. I don't think I can actually grab it to be able to pull it out, but no, probably not.
Well, it also helps that we're not the type of dudes that are like, you like this and I don't, because I don't like it, you shouldn't like it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
That helps.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much well, that's kind of, it's also one of the reasons why I like them, because I don't know, for the way the world has been going lately, where, you know, if you express, now again, I'm not talking extremist views, but if you talk even preference wise, you say something and somebody go, oh well, that's wrong, and that you're like, but no, we can, you know, it's one of those where you can go, you can have a difference of opinion and we can still go out and have a beer after we're done. It's just your thing and a thing, and
Yeah.
then, you know,
Just because we disagree doesn't mean we have to hate each other.
yeah,
Exactly.
and even the ones, you know, talking about like, you never really necessarily consider something like, if you're talking your favorite foods, you're talking your favorite shows, movies, video games, whatever, somebody's going to mention something you hadn't thought of. That's when
You
one
know-
of us, I mean, we had it more than once where one of us would say something, we go, oh yeah, or either you know, I've had that food before and I really like it, or oh yeah, I forgot about that show, or you know, that game, or whatever else. And I don't know, it just kind of opens it up a little bit.
Well, I can't tell you how many times that like Sean will tell a story, or even Jason, you'll say something, or you'll be telling a story, and I'll be sitting here, and it will just unlock memories in my brain that I haven't thought about in fucking years. And it's like, oh, I forgot about that, but I can't get like dumb like I want to, because we're still recording a podcast.
No, but you can still get them if you wanted to.
Well,
We've
I know,
all-
but like literally, I'll be sitting here silently, like my mind is just blown.
Yeah. I think that's happened on several occasions to each one of us. I say you guys all have amazing valid points, and like what TJ is saying is something ticks in the back of your brain. You know, one of the things that I don't know if I've said it, you know, on the show, recorded and put it out there, but one of my favorite things about having this, if it's got 400 downloads, one of my favorite things about the show is just hanging out with my brothers, shooting the shit, whether it's a topic or not, you know, having some good conversation and having you guys, you know, a weekly, once a month, bi-weekly, whenever we get around to it.
Life gets in the way. We all know
You
that.
know, being able to just, you know, it's since we all live in different parts of the country, not, you know, rather than being able to meet up and have a beer, be able to sit here in front of a computer and shoot the shit with you guys about whatever topic or something that's bugging us or stuff that we like is huge for me, and I love it, and I love you both, and I appreciate it. So there's that.
Give it a certain amount of time before we can actually just start beaming each other beers.
I know,
Yeah, right.
Hold on, let me do the thing here.
We'll just send you one.
Let me send the schematic for my, you know, for whatever beer I'm going to send you, and you can 3D print it and then drink it while we're doing whatever.
I'm running low. I need someone to beam me one over.
Yeah.
I look forward to those days, man. Fucking not having to do all the prep work. I made those wings I was telling you guys about. I made them yesterday.
But yeah, to
They're
your
freaking
point,
good.
before we go off the rails, which is inevitably
We
going
don't
to
do that
happen.
here. We're very structured.
Yeah, it inevitably happens.
Yeah, it's very structured. Come on now. I mean, we had that time down to the minute that like, oh, we knew at 2:28 or 1:28 for Sean, 2:28.
Yeah.
If Sean was going to be done talking, he was going to mention the wings at 2:27, and then. Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
Sorry.
all right, shut up. I'm trying to make a point.
All right.
To Sean's point, it helps tremendously that I don't have to hold up a fucking cell phone to do this.
Yeah.
Because
Eh.
I know people would just be like, well, there's always FaceTime, but like this is just way easier and a
Yeah.
lot more comfortable.
I still
Yeah.
remember at least doing it through the phones. When I'd have like an AirPod in, and the entire time you could hear that fucking bird that sat in that tree outside my
I forgot about
patio.
the bird.
patio in Vegas.
Yep.
Every fucking time.
I forgot about the bird. That's very true.
That is also the same bird that I threw a little wheel of Baby Bell cheese at. I didn't have any other weapons I could find.
I'm sure the bird appreciated it too.
What a waste of cheese.
I agree, but when you're looking around your apartment for a disposable weapon, one you don't mind if it like lands in the parking lot, you just leave it there. You're like, well, I mean, I can't throw anything of hers because that would just, yeah, but
Nerf darts.
I would still want to go recover a Nerf dart. I'm like, yeah, if it lands in the parking lot, I'm not going to go. I would want to
Yeah.
go get a Nerf dart. And
I
I'm
get
like
that.
looking around the apartment,
What-
and I have no idea what prompted me to look in the fucking fridge. Because I mean, why would you look for a weapon in the fridge? And
True.
I saw the little wheels, and I'm like, yeah, she won't miss one of those. Yeah, it's fine. Stepped out on the
Place-
patio, whipped it at a tree, and the bird went, really? And then yeah,
Thanks for
You
dinner.
should have just went to Walmart and bit the bullet and got one of the fucking super soakers that had the backpack.
well, that would have been Oh, that would have been fantastic.
I actually still kind of want one of those.
Yeah, I never got one.
Neither did I.
And the ones I did get, I never got like the huge big gun. I always got like the little dinky gun.
Yeah, but sometimes with the bigger ones, they were always a little like the small ones typically had a little bit better power to them. Like the bigger ones, I don't know if it was just because, for the size, like you never quite got the consistent like.
Yeah, you did. The ones I
Yeah.
went up against did. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
okay.
the appeal of them.
Maybe.
They had range. They were also probably like $180. So
Well, yeah.
probably
Yeah,
why I didn't get
the
one.
super big ones were not cheap back in the day.
Mhm.
But
So
the
it's
my
not-
only problem with the big ones is you could get some good power, but you'd only get if you got to that highest power, you only got like 2 shots out of them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not if you had the fucking
Not if you had the backpack though.
Yo, leaf blower.
like the kids with the
Backpack
backpack,
leaf
man,
blower.
they were unstoppable.
Maybe we should buy some suker. I shut
Suker?
the bed.
This is the
Rewind.
man you got to speak.
Maybe we should buy a bunch of super soakers for your reception.
A little late for that.
And put what in them?
Different alcohols, of course.
That get it.
That's
That
what I was waiting for.
that get expensive, and also there would probably be a lot of alcohol wasted.
There was I've at least been around something. No, it was syringes. Like one bar in Cozumel. It was a Senior Frogs in Cozumel because
Yeah, where they do the Jello shots in the syringes.
Yeah,
gonna-
I've seen that. and-
if you're going to go across the country, why not go to a local bar? Let's just go to an establishment. It was right next to the Hooters in Cozumel too.
no,
And yeah, the guy, had the thing, and he'd walk around and you're like, and of course, if you said yes, you're always like, oh yeah, sure, and then they do it, and then you're going like, what the fuck? And then then you got to go back to your hotel and change because
or
you're sticky.
even if they don't do like the syringes, right? Like a couple of the cruises we've been on, we'd go to Margaritaville or Senior Frogs or something like that, and they have the party going, okay, free shots, and they have this bottle, and you just line up, and the guy would be on the stage and be just pouring it into your mouth. And I'm like, a shot is like 1 to 2 ounces, right? And there's no way you ever like your lips never touch the bottle, right? But they're pouring, and it was never 1 or 2 ounces. It might as well have been an 8-ounce glass because they're glugging it. I don't think there was any alcohol in it because it shouldn't taste like there was, but it was a fun party atmosphere. I will say that.
see,
Of course, in a situation like that, if you have somebody who's either going to have like, in theory, that's one of those things where you go, oh, you're at a party, you're having a good time, and somebody goes, oh, I got a super soaker full of it. And you're like, yeah, and then it either turned, it's somehow, not that it's always bad, but it's always somehow disappointing.
I told the story on here. I did it underage at a Metallica concert. It wasn't a super soaker, but it was one of the battery operated, automatic ones. We filled it with Jack Daniels.
ugh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
sounds intense.
It was fun. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm sure, like, fucking 10, 20 years ago, I'd been all about it. I'm just becoming an old man, and I think about feeling the day after. I'm like, ugh, that's a lot.
That was my first hangover. It was not pleasant.
It
I was
reminds, me,
also like 17.
it reminds me of one of those really corny jokes.
What?
Well,
There
now
was
you got to tell it.
I can't remember I don't remember the full setup. It was something like, something like, what they tell you about having sex when you're camping.
It's fucking intense.
Fucking intense. Yeah. So I don't know why, we're talking yeah.
I forgot that one.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by being a corny joke, because but TJ knew what it was. So he knew right
Yeah,
off.
he got it right there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I got one for you.
go for it.
What's another name for an establishment such as like a Twin Peaks or a Hooters?
A restaurant?
A restaurant.
Yeah, okay, I'll go there. Okay, sure.
I thought it
Of
was
course,
good.
I could tell you Lynn's favorite dad joke or corny joke.
Go for it.
Well, she said her favorite joke is that she bought a horse and named him Mayo. And sometimes mayonnaise.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, see there.
Knee slapper, let me tell you.
There has never been a time that she has either heard or someone has said that joke that she has not but just completely busted up. And again,
I mean,
it is the corniest fucking joke.
I
So-
know, and I'm almost envious of people like that. Like that, just the same joke will get them, and they just have
yeah.
like that
Oh, yeah.
jovial sense of humor.
Yep.
So
every time.
we had dinner last night at my mother-in-law's, and my nephew. Somehow we started talking about how you say those sentences that sound like other sentences, and my nephew busts one out and makes my 79-year-old mother-in-law read it. TJ, if you would please read this out loud.
My coochie's hairy. Yeah.
So the funniest part was she's trying to make sense of those words and not realize what she's saying and didn't understand it. We were dying. And again, what the hellions, you got to watch the YouTube channel to see, because I didn't write out that sentence that way. Anyway, it was fucking hilarious.
I don't know if this is even going to show up on camera.
That's why I used a Sharpie.
Well, I don't have a Sharpie.
It was like I made someone at table do the, I'm sofa king.
That's what I was about to do.
Were you doing that one?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so fucking retarded.
Yeah. I made someone do that, and then he brought up that one, and again, to get my wife's mother to say that and not understand it, she said it twice, and then had to listen to somebody else say it, and then realize what she said, and the embarrassment on her face was so fucking funny.
Oh, those are the best. There's
Oh my god!
video.
I know, but why do you want to hear Grandma say that?
I was not the one that put her up to it. My stomach hurt from laughing that hard.
There was a reel that I saw the one day where somebody's looking at their dad, and they said, spell the word fat. He goes F-A-T. He goes, spell the word her. He goes H-E-R. He goes, what are they together? And he goes, fat her. And they're like, everybody just starts laughing, and this guy starts getting pissed. He's like, I'm getting really mad. He goes, put him again, F-A-T-H-E-R. He goes, same thing, fat her. And you're like, everybody just keeps laughing, and he is like legitimately getting he goes, I'm getting fucking pissed. And somebody
Think
actually
about it.
when somebody actually finally you see that immediate, he's fuming, steam out the ears, and as soon as somebody explains it, just completely drops and he starts busting up.
Yeah.
But leading up to that point, you're going, oh fuck, this guy's gonna hit somebody. I don't know. He's getting pissed off.
It's super old, but you ever seen Gallagher's bit on the English language?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That is pure genius. He's putting
Well,
all these words together.
The flip letters.
Yeah, flip letters, and COMB. Why is laughter LAUGHTR? If you put the S in front of it, shouldn't it be slafter?
Nope.
No, it's slaughter.
That's why the English language is one of the hardest languages to learn.
This is very true.
Actually,
We have some of the most ass backwards rules. known to mankind.
Oh, she and I were just talking about that on the way home. But yeah, his bit was, oh yeah, it was great because he had the flip letters. So he'd go COMB, comb, and then he'd flip it and he'd go TOMB, tome. He goes, no,
Oh,
tomb.
tomb. He did it. He did it for a
Then
little
he
while
flipped it
without
over,
the
it was-
flip letters.
He flipped it over, it was the B. He'd go BOMB, boom. He goes, no, bomb. And you're like, fuck, oh yeah, all right. Yep.
He actually did it off the top of his head, without letters for a long time. He was Gallagher is one of my mom's favorites to watch, and
Good.
even
It was good.
even without the sledge-o-matic, like when he had the giant couch trampoline.
Oh,
Didn't he get weird towards the end though, or something like that?
yeah, a little bit.
Well, but you also got to remember that wasn't just him; it was him and his twin brother. So one would go out on tour, make a ton of money, sell the act to his twin, and then one would retire, and they would, they would each have their own little flair. But yeah, towards the end, I think it got a little off the wall, which is why I don't think. I think one of them died recently. I think.
I still remember because you okay, depending on the act, when they hit certain points in like local cities that you live in, besides like if you live in a city like Youngstown, Ohio, or wherever. Okay, when acts, depending on who they are, get to not necessarily venues, because there is a concert venue here, but like when they go to certain buildings or certain wherever you go, oh yeah, okay, they're getting a little low on the pole here. And I remember there was one local one around here. It's a very kind of, if you get a well-known person there, you kind of go, okay, they're kind of hitting the end of the road there. And Carlin came through.
Oh,
and he at the end, like I've seen clips where you go, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
he got like out of, let's say it was an hour. I don't remember how long he was on stage. At least 3/4 of it, 45 minutes of it was just this dark, not funny, like standing on a soapbox, and you're like, what the fuck? Because again, you see clips and go, oh yeah, I like his stuff.
Yeah.
I like blah blah blah. And you're of course you're like, well, George Carlin. Of course I'm gonna go see George Carlin.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, every single person who I was with, because we were with like a group of like 6 friends, and we heard it throughout, like people walking as we all left, like a bunch of different people just kind of left going like, what the fuck was that?
There's something to be said for that though, right? Like you want to there's certain acts or concerts or something that you want to see, like you hear it and you're like, oh, I want to see that before they get to that level or whatever. Like when TJ lived here and we had the opportunity to go see before they got back together, it was just go see Tommy Chong. I'm like, fuck yes, I want to see Tommy Chong.
Oh yeah,
he had just gotten out of jail,
and he was fucking hilarious. And then when they got back together, Cheech and Chong got back together and did that. It was cool because they had War, the band, with them. So it would be War would come out and do a couple songs, Cheech and Chong come out and do a couple of bits or acts, and then War, and then at the end of it, they all did "Why Can't We Be Friends?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah, but it's always sad to see somebody lose their fastball.
Yeah,
and you could tell even Carlin's last special. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Carlin fan.
Oh yeah, well that's what I mean.
It ended. It was good, but you're like, George doesn't have his fastball anymore.
That was exactly it. It was like, I mean, you heard the name and we were all like, well, fuck yeah, we're going to go see George Carlin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you walked away, you were kind of like,
I wish we hadn't.
Okay, that didn't really seem like George Carlin. Well, there was one that,
you know what I compare that to? Fuck yeah, I'm going to go to the stadium tour and I want to see Motley Crue play.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, I've heard that lately.
I did go, and I'm glad I did, but I'm like, oof, man, compared to the Motley Crue I used to see.
Well, it also depends on the name. Like there was something lately where, of course, I wasn't expecting much, but you hear the name and you kind of go, okay, I'm intrigued. There was some kind of thing coming through where there was a comedy tour that Ron Jeremy was doing. Mm-hmm. Obviously everybody knows who Ron Jeremy is. So you're like, okay, this is enough. It's close enough and relatively cheap enough that I'm intrigued. And fuck was that a train wreck? Like, first he gets on stage and you go, what the, like, is he melting? What the fuck just happened?
Mhm.
And just not, again, not funny. Not funny.
This was another small town.
Yeah, it was, but again, you're very intrigued. You hear the name and you're like, oh, all right, yeah, and no, horrible.
See,
Right.
I would say that was kind of like one of the perks of living in a major city. Like here, obviously, I live in Detroit. And when I lived down there, I lived in Austin. So when you have comedians come through, generally in a big city like this,
Oh yeah.
they have to bring their A game. They have to. Like I remember in Austin, I went to Oddball Comedy Fest one year. It was headlined by Louis C.K. and he got out there for an hour and a half and just lit the crowd on fire. And this was before all the allegations and stuff.
But that would, and again, that was, yeah, I mean, you okay, when you get a certain amount of power, sure. But like, I've always enjoyed his comedy. It was really sad.
Yeah.
Like everything came out, which again, not condoning anything, but you kind of go, yeah, which, and from at least from what I remember, there was like even recent stuff that he's done where he's actually kind of acknowledged it. Like, yeah, that was dumb and that was, whatever. But again, he'd be another name that I would hear and go, oh, fuck yeah. I always liked his stuff. Even some of the stuff he's semi-produced or self-produced, because there's stuff on like his website where he's done specials or whatever. I've heard clips, like it just as much as I did before.
And so I don't know. I haven't listened to his stuff recently enough to be where I would be like, he's coming, I'm going.
Oh yeah. I think, like I said, some of the stuff that I've at least heard, just like snippets from some of the ones that he's done lately, at least seems like he's still on his game. It still sounds like the same comedy.
Nice. All right. Well, now that we flew off on that tangent, surprise.
No, that was planned. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Well, good. Then I am 1 minute early to
I was gonna say, yeah, you're right on time. It's fine. Yeah,
reveal my favorite episode.
At least according to the schedule. Yeah, no, wait. According to the schedule, you got to wait another 30 seconds. So hold on.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
All right, everybody just sit right.
All right, I'm gonna watch the game.
As Jason watches the hairs on his arm.
They're counting down. They move. They're counting down. And go.
Thank you. So my favorite episode is the 50th episode, the We Hate Everything edition. This is the episode featuring the famous Lionel Bell stories.
Oh, see, I should have picked the episode that I started as a dildo.
So
more than starting normal as a dildo, like an actual,
right,
like an actual,
the actual one.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, like, I was laying in bed, just going through YouTube, and I started going through our channel, and the We Hate Everything dish came up, and I just started watching, and there is, and even though I knew it was coming, there is so much comedy gold in that episode between the buildup of I'm telling the story about these packages, and then I break out this fucking dildo, and TJ loses his fucking shit, going, I knew it. I fucking knew you were going to break it out. It was funny as hell.
So I coming a mile away.
And then the quick one-liners that you and TJ and Shane dropped just as we're going along, that's
the one that I forgot I left my computer at work.
Really?
That was I was on my phone on that one because I left my computer at work. Because if you look, like my whole thing's like that vertical.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
And that used to be you at the very beginning.
And like, again, the one-liners that people threw off the top of their head, like Jason had one, well, someone thinks you can take a lot of girth. I lost it. TJ almost fell out of his chair. I can't even remember what Shane's was now, but he also had a good one. And I knew they were coming, and I still literally laughed out loud. I'm like,
Because he was only
this,
on the one episode, right?
yeah.
Okay, well,
Actually, see if he wants to come back on.
that's definitely the one that, yeah, I forgot. We were about to record, and I'm like, because we had just moved back, so we were at mom
Yeah.
and dad's. And we were upstairs in that one room.
Yep.
Occasionally, just because I use, because my laptop is technically mine, but
Yep.
work helped me pay for it, so it's kind of it was that trade off to kind of go, okay, I paid for most of it, you paid for a little bit of it, so you can
Yep.
do whatever. And of course, there are occasions if I'm not really doing anything over the weekend, I'll leave it at work just because why do I need to bring it home?
Sure.
No sense of hauling it around.
Yeah, and that was the one because we started we were talking about recording. I'm like,
Oops.
fuck. And old phone, old phone sitting on the stand. Oh,
There you go.
I'm sitting on a little stand.
Yeah, sometimes you got to make do with what you got.
Even Lynn was in the background.
Oh yeah,
you had all Bourbon Shoes back there, and you dropped a couple one-liners, and she's in the background going, "I'm so proud of you right now." But
she's morbid like me.
It was, to me, it was such a great episode because, like, the story was good in that this random shit had happened and it escalated that level, and then the one-liners that were dropped and TJ's and all of our reactions to all of these jokes. It's probably the funniest episode we've ever done. If you guys, what the Huns don't know, episode 50, the We Hate Everything edition, go watch it on YouTube. That is one you have to watch on YouTube, so you can see the escalation of the problem. But for me, that is probably my favorite episode that we've done, just because it was amazing.
One of the things that I still remember about that episode with Shane on was I kept going like, dude, tilt the thing, because he was like down here.
Yeah, he was
it's like, hey guys, and you're like,
yeah, he was like way back away.
Yeah, do the thing.
I'm good,
yeah.
right? I'm good.
Yeah.
We're good. You guys got me in a frame, right? You centered.
He looks like Kilroy.
I know. That's what I was going
Do that
for.
again. Do it again. He's Kilroy.
But yeah, oh yeah, I remember
It'd
that.
just
One.
be better if I could put my hands over.
Right. Just get.
It's like Wilson from Home Improvement.
Hey neighbor.
There you go. You got the YouTube thumbnail.
There
You're
you go.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think that was one of our best. By far, it's my favorite. But again, with everything that we've gone from, with the crazy weird stories and just some of the off the wall shit that we've done, the misheard song lyrics, the weird stories, obviously the crazy meth sex, and I wish you had been available for the meth sex and the weird Olympic injuries, because to get your reaction to that one was pretty funny too.
Yeah, we can do a follow-up.
He froze his dick twice. TJ's having a headache thinking of those.
One of these days, I'll actually do some freaking preparation for this thing, and I'm gonna go through and find the few of the really good am I the asshole stories on Reddit. And for an episode,
yeah, that'd be a good
for an episode, we are going to be judge, jury, and executioner.
All right, so then the homework will be for that. When you've got it, we'll have to have paper to do like voting, right? Like, asshole.
Wait, you hold up the 1 through 10 like an Olympic thing or like a gymnastic thing. 9.5.
Yeah, it's just,
we'll call it the asshole gradient.
It's just gonna be a matter of me going through and getting all that together.
Well, if you get, there's no recording next week, obviously. So if you want to work on that when you have your downtime, that's
either that or we all kind of, if it's a Reddit thing, we all find 3 that we like. That way it's not all on TJ.
Well, no, it's fine. I can do it all. It's fine. It's just, if I forget, don't blame me. Like, don't come back and be like, all right, where's the asshole one? And be like, I forgot to do it.
Well, no, just let us know when you've got it loaded. Mm-hmm. And I like both ideas that we could each bring some, or you could get some, and then play the host and read them off, and Jason and we all wind up voting on that one.
Yeah, but I know the specific type of story I'm looking for, and because there are some doozies out there. So
sure.
I want to get your reactions because I already
Okay.
have a few in mind. So
let us know when you're done.
I was going to say we can always do this, your guys' idea down the line, but this is my baby right now.
All right. Well, let us know when your baby's ready and how you want to do it, and then we'll do that. When it's ready, we'll load it up.
Let us know when your baby is fully cooked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So something to look forward to.
Wait for the little red thing to pop. We're on turkeys. We'll wait for the little red thing. Turkey's done.
I will, as always, invite the What the Hellions if you want to submit an idea for a topic, something you want us to talk about, or whatever. To Jason's point, don't be lazy twats. Send us an email. The email address is whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com.
And I'm gonna laugh in a week and a half when I send in the group text message, guys, my water broke.
He's gonna forget to do that in a week and a half, and then he's gonna remember like months down the road. He's gonna send it, and we're all gonna lose our shit.
Either that, or you guys will have forgotten and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with TJ?"
That's entirely possible as well.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
He's done it. He's finally gone off the deep end.
Yeah, right. It's finally all caught up to him. Gentlemen, that's all I got. So that's a good episode. I enjoyed that. So let's wrap it up with our usual send-offs, and Jason can go begin his preparations for his wedding. And I will see
just further preparation. So we got, so we're actually doing at least nerd. So we found it's called the Vitamin String Quartet. And they have an album, at least you can buy, Spotify, all that other stuff, but it's called Geek Wedding.
Okay.
So they have essentially done, so they've got like the Halo theme, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and like stuff like that. And it's a string quartet doing it. So it's not the actual like whatever music. So she's going down to the theme from Princess Bride.
Okay.
Actually, I guess we all are. Like, we're all going straight down through whatever. I was very excited because I actually found that string quartet did 46 and 2 by Tool, and I was like,
nice.
But so at least the idea is like she'll go down, or all of us or whatever, to the Princess Bride thing. But once the whole ceremony is done, we're going to leave to the Imperial Death March from Star Wars by a string quartet. And then when we come into the reception venue, we're going to do it to the Cantina Band from Star Wars.
You mentioned all this last week.
Oh, did I? Okay, sorry.
The reason I'm laughing so hard, though, is because, and obviously I'm not wishing this happens on you, but I'm picturing a scenario where at your wedding, you get there, and it's like, the string quartet couldn't make it, but we have this 15-year-old with a Casio keyboard.
Not even the full size one, the one that's like this big.
Oh yeah,
he's wearing it around his neck.
Hey, now granted, now at least we're buying stuff. Now of course we're buying this stuff, so they don't necessarily have to show up. But if for some reason it doesn't work and there is a 15-year-old there with a Casio keyboard, you're damn right I'm gonna offer him $100 to just play whatever he can.
I'm calling your number. What do you got?
Yeah,
it won't even be a 15-year-old. It'll be our nephew Owen, who's huge, with a Casio keyboard this big, which will make it look like he's got a phone strapped to his chest.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that would be priceless.
Or you'll at least get like some, just like oddly enough, you'll get some random person like Weird Al with like a xylophone.
Someone shows up with a theremin.
Yeah, see, there you go. I think depending on how the music situation goes, I think we'll just take what we can get. So it could,
either that, or it'll be like that old SNL skit where the wedding band shows up and the only song they can play is Cutting Crew, Died in Your Arms.
There you go.
Or the other SNL skit where it's like the daughter's wedding and the dad wants to get the old band back together, and it's a thrash punk band.
Oh yeah, it's a punk band. Have we done shit? Why didn't we have?
Oh, I'd be on board. Hell, if it gets down to that point, we can something like screws up with the music. I'm just gonna look around and go, all right, anybody got a kazoo? Does anybody have a kazoo?
Well,
'Cause-
I mean, that's kind of the good part about you and Lynn is like, if something goes wrong, you're not the type of people that are just going to completely fucking melt down.
oh God, no.
Just
No.
tell
Yeah.
just tell Dad to have the band bring all their stuff just in case. Yeah, Full
Yeah,
House play.
I was
He's-
gonna
he's-
say, just tell your dad to put the guitar in the trunk just in case.
Well, even that. So if it, if it comes down to that, he's already going to have like the PA with like the mics or whatever. You'll just see somebody standing there with their phone with like Spotify open, going like this.
Well,
All right,
I'm,
what do you
I'm
want-
sure there's a way to get a fucking aux cable in there.
What do you want? What do you want to hear?
That'll be Henry Winkler, and here comes the boom at the airport with boom, chink. Here comes the boom, chink. On the guitar.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just someone standing up there on a stage behind a table, the music's playing, just
Well, either that, or at least, considering, the music situation, we'll just say, all right, everything's fine. But Dad, could you at least make sure that some of your band members are available just in case?
Yeah.
Because if nothing works, all of a sudden, like his little tribute band thing comes out and they just start playing. We're like, all right, yeah, that's fine. They're all they're all just standing behind the shrubs, like, you need us?
yeah. I might be calling your number.
You guys ready?
You're an injury away. That's all they say.
Yeah, fingers
Ladies and
crossed. But yeah,
Ladies
we'll
and
be-
gentlemen, welcome Full House.
we'll at least be nailing some of that down today. So fingers crossed. Well, like I said, whatever he's talking about, it legitimately is one of the old, like even before they did the iPod Touch, like the Nano, like the little silver with like still had the little turn wheel and whatever. This is what he's talking about. He's got one of those,
Hey,
and we're gonna try to
don't be hating.
there. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what it is. That's what he's got. So
The original Nano.
that's pretty much what he has. So we're going to try to see if my laptop will recognize it to be able to put music on it. And he's gonna plug and do the thing and hit the button and do the stuff. Oh yeah.
And I still have
Oh, yeah.
the original. What is this? 13 pin? Is that what they call it?
Oh, so does he. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. TJ, your hand is raised.
So I have a question. Why?
Why? What?
Why are we using an iPod?
I don't know. I offered to actually just log out of my Spotify and Tim just plug in my phone to play Spotify. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody just get on like Amazon Music or Spotify and make
No,
a
they're
fucking
good.
playlist.
Yeah.
that's at least the backup idea, because it was at least because I don't think he has Spotify. I pay for it. So it was like, okay, depending on, if he's got my phone and somehow it locks, he can't unlock it unless he walks up to me while I'm doing my vows and holds it in front of my face.
Okay,
funny.
so go get on his PC and log into Spotify
Well, that was the other idea.
and
I was
have
gonna
him.
log out of I was going to log out of mine, log into it on a device of his, and go, there you go.
Well,
So-
I'm just going. Why are we relying on technology from 2006? There's
Oh,
a better way.
I agree.
Look at this little drawer.
These are the details we're nailing down here in like a good 15 minutes. As
I
soon
got
as
this
we-
little drawer here at my desk with the outdated technology. So I had the iPod Nano, and to get, I think this is a little bit newer than an iPod Nano, but
Like,
oh, good God.
but yeah, like even if the venue doesn't have an internet connection, someone just fucking turn their phone into a hotspot.
fucking
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Done.
old school
Oh, no, it'll-
BlackBerry.
If for some reason, like, yeah, that's what we're nailing down, is to go, okay, so if we do this, then there's this. If we do this, then there's this. And so, oh yeah. That's at least, yeah, at least nailing down details today, just so we're not doing this the day before.
I know, but that's just the way my brain works. Where it's like you're telling me all this, and I'm going, "Why are we making this harder than it has to be?"
Oh,
Yeah. Because
Well,
that's what happens.
That's okay. He said something about buying a mixer, and I was like, for what? I don't know. What the?
That's the old DJ in him coming out.
Oh no, it absolutely is. But when he said the thing about the mixer, I was like, okay.
Yeah, like no, it's gonna be like someone just clicks play and then they walk away, and the fucking thing will just play.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'll have an update on the next episode to tell everybody how it went.
Yes. We'll have to tell any and all stories that happen.
No, I'm
We
sure
shall
there'll
see.
be plenty.
Yes, there will. All right, let's put a pin in it. TJ, what do you got?
You know what I'm gonna say to each other, or you? Yes, I already started.
And
We
he
try
shit the
that.
bed.
My job.
I
Stop
was
it.
gonna say, and take two. You know what I'm gonna tell you, people. Be good to each other, and go Lions.
Jason,
What?
what do you have for him?
Well, I mean, I got a couple bucks for you if anybody wants to give me their Venmo. No? All right.
That's
How
the,
do you- how do you
that'll
have
be the
money?
fucking email we'll
Never
get.
mind.
That'll be the
Yeah.
fucking email where Jason needs to send me $2.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, the motherfucker paying for a wedding is going. I got some extra money if anybody needs it.
I didn't say it was much.
He said a couple of bucks.
Can you
I don't
Venmo?
care. I would think you'd be like,
Well,
I need all
clearly
the
you need
money
to
I
send
can
it to
get.
TJ.
Can you Venmo 50 cents? I don't remember.
You can Venmo a penny.
Oh,
There's a
All
guy on the internet that tried to have a movie made that way.
all
He
right.
just wanted everybody to send a penny. I don't remember if it worked or not.
I would think for what they take out of it that you couldn't, but I mean, still, I'm on board. All right, email Sean, and for everybody who emails Sean, we'll Venmo you a penny.
Well, I don't think it's like I think you like have to have the penny already in your account. I don't think you can just like deposit a penny.
I mean, what's the price for you not to be lazy twat?
Jason, if that's how we're gonna grow our podcast, I would like to officially bow out because we don't stand a fucking chance.
Probably not. I was just wondering. I'm actually kind of wondering how many would actually do it.
I mean, something tells me we don't have pockets deep enough.
Yeah, probably not. But in the meantime, stay classy and search your hometown here.
These two are fucking crazy. Thanks for watching, downloading. Be sure to like, rate, subscribe, all that. We'll catch you on the flip side.